Hello everyone, this is Mara and welcome back to The Raven Legacy of a Master Thief. Here we are at the cargo hold. Adil was captured in the last episode and Inch is not happy.
Hello? It wasn't my fault.
What wasn't your fault? That you were walking around the ship? That you let them catch you? That you endangered the whole plan? That you endangered me?
I didn't kill anyone. They arrested me purely by coincidence. They'll have to turn me loose in Cairo. I mean, someone was killed, weren't they? I heard a shot. Why won't you answer?
I'm having a conversation that you cannot hear.
Oh, spooky.
What happened last night?
The Baroness was murdered.
Did you?
No. If it were up to me, she'd have had an accident in a couple of weeks. Instead, someone shot the old bat in the heart point blank.
Are we calling it off?
No. Mr. X is ready, and as her surviving representative, I should be able to move about freely in the museum. The old hag's death doesn't change anything.
How did you get in here?
I'm more than capable of finding the entrance to a cargo hold. Indeed, it was child's play. It's not as though I had to crawl through ventilation shafts or anything so gauche.
So, what do we do now? I could escape and...
Swim to Cairo.
So, I stay here and wait?
They'll arrest you in Cairo and question you about the murder. Even if they don't throw you in jail, it'll take days.
And if we find the murderer, then they'd have no reason to hold me.
Oh, I'm one step ahead of you.
Nervous? I would be if I were you.
This Zellner chap wasn't part of the plan. I don't like it.
He's groping about in the dark. Legrand is the real problem.
Still, I'm going to take him out of the picture.
Oh no!
How?
Dr. Gebhardt killed the Baroness. A clever old man, but not clever enough to keep me from finding out.
So you just have to tip Legrand off, and then I'm as good as free.
That's what I thought at first, but then I thought, why waste the opportunity? I put Zellner on the trail of the good doctor.
Oh, it was the
He'll
butler.
drive Gebhardt into a corner, and when he lashes out in desperation, he might hit our Swiss friend. Maybe even Legrand, if we're really lucky.
You can't do that. The old fella's just doing his job.
And so am I.
Inch, enough blood has been shed. Inch, no more deaths. Damn! I have to get out of here and warn Constable Zellner.
Alright, so now we know that it was actually Inch who planted the evidence of the doctor.
I guess this cage is some kind of detention cell for the crew. It's not the most impregnable prison in the world, but it's still a problem.
Okay, let's see. Examine the cup.
Ugh, they're really spoiling me with this cup of metallic-tasting water. If I'm really lucky, they'll toss me a few crumbs of bread.
Use the cup. Okay.
I didn't
Blanket?
sleep a wink last night. All I could think of was Alex. It's terrible not knowing what happened. I've
noise.
seen movies in which the prisoners called their guards like this. But it wouldn't help. I can't explain the situation to the Bobby without endangering the whole plan.
Okay.
Huh. Lock looks pretty modern. Needs a small key, 5 pins. I could pick it with the right tools.
Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else? Use a blanket. Oh! There's something.
The
There's a
blanket
nail.
got caught on the nail.
I didn't even see that.
Board and a nail.
Okay, surely you can use the nail. Oh! Here we go.
I think it's working. Ha! One down. I'll hang it back on the frame, and if I'm lucky, no one will notice my escape.
Alright. Examine the hose.
Fire still poses a great threat to ships. There are fire alarms, extinguishers, and hoses everywhere nowadays.
Okay, what did you actually write there? Let's go and check. Okay, here we go. Dr. Gebhardt murdered Baroness von Trevitz. What did they have to do with one another? The doctor was anything but likable, just like the Baroness, really. But unless they met at Unlikables Anonymous, I don't know where they could possibly know each other from. All right. Let's see. We can take this.
These
Okay.
hoses are pretty versatile. They'll do at a pinch if you can't smuggle climbing ropes into the building you're planning to rob.
All right. So, is there anything else here? The car?
Before I went to London to become Inch's protege, Alex and I drove through the French Riviera in this convertible. It was a wonderful week, and on the cliffs near Toulon, I asked her to marry me. But this is no time for reminiscing. There's nothing in the car that might help me. Alex is playing her role as Patricia Mayers, and she can't keep anything suspicious with her.
Okay, let's go back here then. So we will have to wiggle our way out of here. Okay, we can use the hose with something. Crane controls. Let's see, shelf.
Huh. What's that up there? A grate. Sunlight's shining through it. And above it, a bent pipe. This could be my way out. The bars are welded at 4 points, and unfortunately they're not all as rusty as this one.
Alright. Let's see what we can do with the hose. Oh! There we go. Ah, okay, so we need to pull it. Let's see. Use the hose with... Huh.
No, that won't work. The hose is too wide.
Okay. Is there anything else? Am I missing something? Examine the shelf.
What's this? Whoa, heavy. Everything's a bit bigger and heavier on a ship, pulleys included.
Uh-huh. Use the pulley. There we go. Can I... There we go. Okay. And where are the... There we go, the crane controls.
I attached the pulley to the ring. You could hang a car from it, if the ship were upside down.
Okay, let's use the crane controls. I mean, this is how Zellner broke his chair when he was tied down here. Okay.
I attached the pulley to the ring. You could hang a car...
Okay, yes. Can I grab it? Okay, here we go.
Here goes nothing.
We did it!
Louder than I expected. I hope no one noticed. With luck, I'll be able to warn the others about the doctor before it's too late.
Okay, let's go out.
No! Hey, you all right? That bastard didn't inject the fatal dose. You'll be back on your feet soon enough.
But...
Better take it easy while I... Oh, no! I'll be right back.
Go and get him!
Where are you?
Okay, Oh! Oh my gosh.
No! Why? Can't you just leave me alone?
Oh my goodness. This is hectic.
Stay there.
Just relax.
Why can't you just leave me alone? It is always the same old story.
What
does he mean?
I am a decent man. Why are you torturing me?
Decent?
I loved her. She betrayed me. It was her fault. I have blood on my hands because of her.
Are you talking about the Baroness?
She was her sister. I loved her. With all my heart. They were Jewish, you know? But I didn't care about that. I hid them when it became dangerous for them. I looked after them. I brought them food. I was a party member. And still, I hid her and her whole family.
You risked your life for a woman you loved. And 30 years later, you murder her sister?
I saw her swollen belly. I was so angry. He was one of them, you know? He just used me. I hid them, brought them food, and in return they laughed about me behind my back.
What did you do?
There are Jews hiding in the basement of the Waldhof. Armed Jews. We have to burn them out. And that's what they did.
Oh my gosh. He says that he's a decent man. I definitely disagree with that.
You had the whole family killed?
I am a gentleman. And I expect that others... that they don't.
She didn't love you and was expecting a child by another man. And that's why you betrayed her.
It was her fault. She shouldn't have cheated on me. I saved her. I risked my life for her every day for 4 months.
And then you threw it all away and became a murderer.
I am not. I am...
Oh, it's much worse than what we
Yeah,
were
well, the dead
expecting.
Baroness in the ship's hold proves the opposite.
I had never met her. Back in East Prussia, she was the older sister, the smart sister. She studied art history in New York, tried to get her family out of East Prussia, but I was able to prevent that.
You say you loved her, and yet you wanted to deny her and her family a safe life.
They were safe. I protected them. It was for their sake that I joined the party. I had contacts. I wrapped them in my protective embrace.
You didn't let her escape because you wanted to keep her close to you.
She sent photos to her sister before the war. She must have recognized me yesterday in Venice. I certainly recognized her.
The Baroness was searching through her photos. That's true.
She couldn't get me during the war. And after the war, I disappeared. Gave myself a new name, a new resume, a new life. And then, suddenly, there she was. About to ruin everything.
So, she had to die.
I didn't want that. But she gave me no choice. Why did she have to stir up old ghosts?
All right now.
No. It ends. Here and now.
Why do you want to kill yourself?
Isn't it obvious? He can't bear his false, hollow life anymore.
Who are you? What do you want?
A man who understands etiquette and honor, and yet is nothing but a coward himself. Who, because of wounded vanity, burdens himself with immense guilt.
Don't come any closer.
The Baroness held a mirror up to you, didn't she, Doctor? And you hated what you saw there. So you smashed the mirror. But the sins of the past are catching up with you now, aren't they?
No.
A skull with empty eyes full of fear.
Stop it!
Oh dear, you really know how to dampen the mood. I almost had him. And you? Aren't you supposed to follow orders? Are you not here to assist me?
I won't.
That wasn't a question.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we definitely don't want any more dead people.
I don't want any dead bodies.
The same old story. You want success, but you don't want to get your hands dirty.
Isn't the Raven famous for that?
I do what's necessary.
No.
No, no. What is it then? You wanted to jump anyway, or you should at least.
Inch?
I'm just lending a friendly hand. He's a coward. He needs a bit of motivation. Come on now, chop chop, jump.
You are the Baroness's butler, aren't you? I did not want to kill your mistress.
Oh, nonsense. Forgiven and forgotten. If you don't mind my asking.
There must be another solution.
Why are you doing this?
Nothing personal. Well, that's not entirely true. You're a miserable excuse for a human being, aren't you? But mainly, you're a means to an end. Your death will get Inspector Legrand off our backs.
The inspector? What do I have to do with him?
Your letter. The one in which you confess to being the Raven and to killing the Baroness because she saw through your ruse.
That's absurd.
Indeed it is. But people will believe almost anything if it suits them. The press will love it. Bold Inspector Legrand saves the day again. Interviews, medals, urgent telegrams from the capital. Our dear friend won't be able to escape the limelight. And by the time the commotion has ended, I'll be long gone.
So now we know who notified the press on the ship that it was Legrand who found the murder. And we have two choices. And Adil is definitely a good guy. He doesn't want anyone to get hurt.
You can't kill him.
Why not? He's a bastard, his death will help us, and he's a witness. If we let him go, we'll both go to jail.
All the same, we're not gonna kill him. You got us into this situation. And as long as I'm alive, I won't let anyone be killed in my presence.
No.
I have to do the dirty work for you in the museum, so you won't be shooting me, or him.
Very well, you win.
What? Oh!
Never speak to me like that again, do you understand? I need you to steal the eye, but one day I could be overwhelmed by a feeling of hatred that will make me forget the eye. And there are worse things I could do than simply shoot you. I suggest you go back to your cell. You need to be fit for Cairo. I still have a confession to write.
The last act. The end of the Raven. Part of me wants to abandon the whole plan and go back to Europe. What if something goes wrong and Legrand catches on? I couldn't bear it if something happened to her. I can't afford to slip up.
Mr. Jamal, I'm glad you could make it.
Let's get this over with.
Still angry on account of the good doctor?
You disgust me.
You'll be rid of me in less than 2 hours, and I of you.
Alright guys, I think we are going to end this episode here. It has been a very intense episode. So we now know what happened to the doctor, what happened behind the scenes, where he went, what happened there. We also know the backstory about why he killed the Baroness and why the Baroness wanted to expose him. And the doctor wasn't a good guy. He definitely wasn't a good guy. He basically killed the whole family. So there's that. And we are going to continue in the next episode. So thanks so much guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and comment below. And I will see you next time in the Raven.